Access, an inside look at what it takes to operate Iowa's largest entertainment and convention facilities. This is Iowa Events Center All Access from Iowa Everywhere.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome into another episode of All Access here on the Iowa Everywhere Podcast Network. We're presented by our friends at the Iowa Event Center, Matt Van Winkle and Adam Flack, Director of Marketing down at the Iowa Event Center, the Casey Center, EMC Expo Center, and the Community Choice Convention Center. Adam, it's been a while since we recorded. You guys have had quite a few announcements come our way, and you guys have some more coming as well. So good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, a few weeks since we've recorded, but good to get back on here. And I got to mention before we go, Zach Johnson won Principal Charity Classic over the weekend.
That was cool. That
was pretty awesome. What a great event that they put on. We were out there on Friday and, following some golfers or sitting in the hospitality. And man, they do a great job at Wakanda putting that on. And after the beginning of the week and all the rain, I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but weather couldn't have been better to watch Des Moines' Zach Johnson go out and win.
That's a very cool story. I mean, he's probably got to be one of the younger people on the tour there, and I think this is his second win too. So to win at home too, and in front of his friends and family, and gosh, went to Drake right down the road. I saw Brian Harden tweeted, he was visiting the golfers there too. So to have him come back and be involved in the community is very cool.
That's great. I mean, I think this is the first year he's qualified for the senior tour. I think it's once you turn 50, which is hard to believe that Zach Johnson is 50 years old already. I mean, we were looking at everything yesterday on the TV broadcast, and they said, he won the Masters in 2007. It doesn't seem like that was 19 years ago.
Oh my gosh,
that he's been golfing. So yeah, it was a really cool story, and I know Bryan and the Drake community is really excited to have him back.
Yeah, he's always come back and been very involved. I think he's a Hawkeye fan too, so he's over at Kinnick quite a bit and does a lot of stuff in Iowa, and I think been played at the John Deere Classic, I think, a few times too as well. So likes to come back to Iowa. So yeah, very cool. Been a lot of local sports stuff happening around Iowa. Got state soccer, I think, is happening pretty soon, and girls soccer up in Ames. So it's definitely a busy time. Doesn't slow down for you guys either. You guys have had some show announcements. Why don't you tell us who's coming in October, Adam?
Yeah, really excited. We announced Zach Top last week. So the Cold Beer and Country Music Tour. He's coming October 8th, and tickets went on sale last week, so they are available now, and we've got tickets in all price levels still available. Somebody who's pretty new to the scene, but really that more authentic 1990s style, George Strait, Alan Jackson type country music. So a lot of different hits. I Never Lie, Sounds Like the Radio, and South of Sanity, I think, is his new one. We're excited for Zach Top to come in. Marty Stewart and his Fabulous Superlatives, they've been in the building before as an opener, and he's kind of a legendary artist in his own right.
Yeah, there was a lot of buzz when this announcement came out. A lot of people, big fans of Zach Top. So this is a cool announcement too for a fall show at the Casey Center. We're going to talk a lot about June and July shows, but you guys are loading up the fall too. So. Yeah,
what I really like about this one is he's a new artist. He's on his way up. We're getting him in one of his first large arena tours. This Friday we have Luke Bryan, who's been here before and has been on the country music scene for 20 years. It's nice to get a good mix of new artists and then those more established artists.
Gosh, yeah, we talk about country coming to the Casey Center, between Treaty Oak Revival, Thomas Rhett, Zach Brown Band for later in November. So a lot of great country artists, and then we'll get to one here in a minute with Luke Bryan coming this Friday. But definitely, you guys know who this audience likes, right? The country artists do sell well. We like to bring our country artists through here. So, and you guys are getting some really big names, which is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we might not be done yet, in terms of announcing country artists. So I would look for at least one more announcement here in June, if not two new announcements on shows. Maybe country music, maybe a different type of event. So we'll look forward to those and hopefully getting those out here yet this month.
Before we get to Zach Brown, or not Zach Brown, man, before we get to Luke Bryan coming later this week, I had a long road trip, Adam, this last week driving down to Oklahoma, and it just felt like the right kind of setting. I was driving through like Kansas, Oklahoma, just to put on some like Tyler Childers coming to Casey Center July 15th. I like went through his whole catalog. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't like done a deep dive on his stuff, but man, it's fun. His lyrics are fun. Like his song titles and stuff. He has a little bit of fun with his music, and it comes across. It's really fun. Kind of a bluegrass country style music. So I think I'm going to get down to Casey Center for this one. This is going to be a fun show.
Man, this one's selling really well. I know he was in Omaha last summer and that show sold out. So by the time we get to July 15th, we may be at that point as well. But you're right. Another newer artist that's out and doing great things. Can you imagine the back-to-back night with Chillers on the 15th and then you go to Lil Wayne on the 16th? It's going to be kind of a difference of attendees in those two events, but excited to have them both in July.
Do you guys like doing those back-to-back nights? I'm sure it's fun for your crew to like be, they get double the hours. They get to be back down at the Casey Center. But is that a lot on your crew to put together a back-to-back shows like that?
It is tough. I mean, the biggest thing is once Childers will get done, we've got to tear down and get them out and on the road to their next stop as quick as we can, and then get a new crew of people in for the next day to really set up and go. So it's difficult doing back-to-back. And yes, people like the hours, but as long as everything's running on time and as scheduled, we should be fine.
If you're going to both shows, let us know. That you're right. Maybe some different musical interests between those two, but two definitely very popular artists. All right, let's get to this Friday. So Luke Bryan's coming back to the Casey Center. He was here, Adam, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, and he always brings a really high energy show. He's another one that's been around for a long time, and I was looking through his catalog too. He's got so many hits, and I'm guessing he'll play the hits too, right? He'll play all the songs people want to hear. June 19th, a fun to have a Friday show down in Des Moines.
What a big Friday it is, really. I mean, when we announced this show, we were all excited about it being on a Friday night. We don't get those very often, but then as you get closer to the show, it's on Juneteenth, so you've got those celebrations going on in town. You've got the World Cup. The USA plays at 2:00 that afternoon with tons of watch parties going on downtown. So it's going to be a really vibrant city this Friday, and looking forward to and welcoming all the Luke Bryan fans down. Show's selling pretty well, but there still are tickets available.
Great idea too to with the World Cup going on, get down to Court Avenue early. Come down around the arena early, enjoy the local establishments, watch the game, and then hit the concert. That sounds like a great Friday to me.
It's a great Friday, and as you come down here, one thing to keep in mind, we are doing some renovations or some changes up in the Fort, which is the restaurant, the Quick Bites and craft and draft beer place up on the suite level is available to all ticket holders, and we invite people to come up and check out the progress up there. As we'll have some exciting announcements coming out about that space as well.
And he's bringing quite a few openers too: Drew Baldridge, Raylan, Carly, Scott Collins, and DJ Ross. So there'll be quite a few people that come on before Luke Bryan. So it'll be a night full of music.
Yeah, show starts at 7:00, and with the openers, I'm sure a couple of them are playing 20 to 30 minutes, and maybe Drew Baldridge has a little bit longer set. But that's what country music does right. They get a lot of young acts in as support, and then they grow their career from there and move up to headlining tours. So country does it great.
It's also a good time too, if you're not super into the openers, it is a good time to go grab a drink somewhere around the arena. Just go explore. Sometimes fun to just kind of walk around and find new things around the arena. Last time we were there for a show, we hit the Bacardi drinks right there. They make it right there for you. That was a cool thing we explored. And obviously the Casey's stands around the arena if you need to grab a snack. It's a good time to do it. If there's a lot of artists maybe you haven't heard of, grab a drink, go watch them. And there's definitely plenty of things to do as you walk around the arena.
Yeah, you get introduced to new types of music maybe that you weren't familiar with before, and that Bacardi stand you're talking about with the automated drink setup is pretty cool. It's a fairly new feature for us on that concourse, right down on the south entrance where the Casey store is and where merchandise is set up and all that. So the other thing I would recommend is the merch lines go crazy. From the time the doors open until the time the show starts, lines are super long. during the openers, if you're not as familiar with them or into them, it's not a bad time to go out and check on the lines as well. You don't need to stand in line for an hour right up front. You can, go enjoy some of the show, explore like you had mentioned, and then come back once the show starts to get merch.
And you guys are always setting up cool stuff like photo opportunities around the arena too. So you guys kind of do something new for each show. So definitely check some of that stuff out if you're coming down to the Casey Center. And tickets are still available for this show, HiVTix.com, right?
That's right.
Country music superstar Luke Bryan. Live. Word on the Street Tour. Friday, June 19th, Casey's Center. With special guests, Drew Baldridge, Carly Scott Collins, Ray Lynn, and DJ Rock. Tickets are on sale now at HiVTix.com. Don't miss Luke Bryan in concert.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right. So WWE and Zach Brown both have a couple promos going on right now. Those are events that are coming later this year, but there's some chances for people to score some pretty good deals on tickets, right?
Yeah, those Father's Day sales will go up, I think, Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. So check on Casey Center social media. You'll be able to see what that deal is and get discounted tickets to both WWE Monday Night Raw as well as Zach Brown Band that's coming in November.
Awesome. Always good to take advantage of those deals, and a good reason also to follow you guys on social media. Join the text club too, right? I like getting your guys' text updates when pre-sales go on, and you guys are always sending out good little nuggets.
Yeah, we're trying to transfer more people from email over to text. I mean, it's just a little bit more immediate. We've got a lot more stringent rules in terms of text messages that we can only send a certain amount every month. So you're not getting spammed every day with different things going on. And then once you see that notification, you can act right then, as opposed to checking your email once or twice a day and hoping you don't miss something.
Awesome. Good reminders there too. All right. Well, we've had sports on the mind, right? We've got, like you said, World Cup stuff going on. Football season's right around the corner. But you guys also, you're going to have the NCAA tournament coming in 2028. But people might not know this, but the NCAA tournament this upcoming season is expanding, which means there's more opportunities for host sites. And you guys just submitted an opening round bid to host that.
We did, yep. So our partners at Catch Des Moines and Drake University, we got together, and fortunately we were able to find enough hotels and do some of those things on the short term, quick booking front to guarantee. So we did submit a bid. As you mentioned, the tournament is expanding this year. So there are now a total of, I think, 12 opening round games as opposed to the first 4. And so Dayton will host half of those games, and another host that the NCAA decides will host the other half. So if we're able to land it, that means in spring of 2027, we would have 3 games on one day, 3 games the next day, so 2 different sessions. And then in 2028, we do the same thing, 3 games, then 3 games, then get right to open practice day for the opening 2 rounds and have games on Friday, Sunday. So pretty exciting opportunity. I'm sure it's a competitive bid. I'm sure we're not the only venue that's bidding on this, but something that would be really exciting if we can make happen.
So when Iowa State played out in Dayton, I want to say it was 2013, I believe, was when it was George Niang's freshman year. I was out there. I was covering that as a student, which was really fun. And so we got to experience. Iowa State wasn't in the first 4 then; they were in the tournament. But you got there early enough, so we get to sit there and watch those opening round games, and it's really cool. And a city like Dayton really supports basketball, but so does Des Moines. So I would say to the NCAA, look at what we've done in the past. I think we could be just as good, if not better, than what Dayton offers. It's a really cool environment. Like those opening round games, really. I mean, some people don't consider them the real tournament, but they're high level. I mean, these are really good teams that they bring in, and these teams are fighting and scrapping to get to the next round. So they're high leverage games, they're high intensity, and they usually bring a big fan base. So this will be cool if you guys can land one of these.
Yeah, the cool thing about it is, yes, you're going to have some 16 seeds in there, but there's 16s playing other 16s, so you're going to get a highly competitive game. And then you're going to get those last teams that are trying to make the tournament, right, that were on the bubble beforehand. And so you're getting the 11 and the 12 seeds and, some of those really good matchups that then transition into the opening, the first and second rounds. That opening round is going to be a lot more competitive and bigger, I think, as we move forward.
Cool. So when will we know about more about this? When could
by the end of July. So they are going to make a quick decision. They're going through all the bids were due last week, and now they'll be in the review process. And whoever gets them will be awarded here by the end of July.
Cool. And I know how much planning goes into. You guys are already planning for 28, so it'd be awesome if we could get some of those opening round games for 2027 as well. That would bring some more excitement down to the Casey Center in downtown Des Moines as well. So looking forward to hopefully a good announcement coming in July.
Right. That's exactly right. So I think we did the best we could in terms of putting our bid together, and now we'll just see if it was good enough.
Yeah. Well, gosh, between the EMC Expo Center, the Convention Center, there's definitely plenty of space for people to, and you guys do utilize all that space when the teams come and all the events that happen around the arena. So cool. Good little nuggets there. Appreciate it. That's what you get on All Access, right? You get some inside knowledge about what's going on behind the scenes at the Casey Center and the Iowa Event Center. And anything else, Adam, for people to keep in mind as they're coming down to the Iowa Event Center?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, we talked earlier about Friday night being a heavy day in downtown Des Moines. There's a lot of stuff going on. So give yourself some extra time. You find parking. We really encourage people that are coming to a concert to skip the Iowa Event Center parking lots and really just start with a plan to hit one of the parking garages, either at 4th and Grand or at 7th and Center Street, the park and ride there. It's great parking. It gets you a block or two away from the arena. That way it's a little bit less congested to get out. Our lots will fill up fairly quickly, so it's better if you just have a plan to hit one of the city parking garages or surface lots as you're coming downtown. Yeah,
good reminders, especially as, it's been a while for people if they haven't been down to the arena in a while, or there's construction in the summer and stuff to keep in mind. Always looking out for that as well. People might not be as in tune, if they're coming from out of town, might not know Des Moines quite like we do. So always good to have a plan before you head downtown and find a great place to eat. And like you said, the World Cup game will be coming. It's starting at 2:00 on Friday. So good time to come. Yeah, against Australia, I believe, too. So, all right. Well, Adam, I'm heading off to Hawaii for a week, so I'm going to see you later. I'll let you know when I get back, but we'll reconvene in July. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Have a great trip.
Aloha to everybody. Thanks for tuning in to All Access here on the Iowa Everywhere Podcast Network. We're presented by the Iowa Event Center. We'll see you next time.